My elderly neighbor called the police because she thought I was running a cult. Turns out she'd been watching me through her window for 3 months and misunderstanding everything. The cops showed up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, 4 of them. They asked if they could come inside and have a conversation about my activities. I was still in my bathrobe holding a bowl of cereal. My activities? We've received reports of concerning behavior, chanting, robes, candles, groups of people in your basement. I almost choked on my Cheerios. That's my Dungeons and Dragons group. The officers exchanged looks. Dungeons and what? Dragons. It's a game. We meet every Friday night. We dress up sometimes. We use candles for ambiance. The lead officer pulled out a notepad. And the chanting? That's Kevin. He does voices for his wizard character. He takes it very seriously. What about the drawings of pentagrams we were told about? Battle maps. I draw them on poster board. They're dungeon layouts, not satanic symbols. One of the younger officers was trying very hard not to laugh. The lead officer remained professional. Sir, your neighbor, Mrs. Patterson, has submitted 17 formal complaints over the past 3 months. She's documented what she believes is occult activity. 17? He flipped through his notes. She reports you wear dark robes every Friday. Cloaks. They're costume cloaks from Amazon. She says you speak in strange languages. Elvish. It's a fictional language from Lord of the Rings. Kevin learned it from YouTube. She says she heard you threaten to sacrifice someone named Gerald. I rubbed my temples. Gerald is an NPC, a non-player character. He's not real. He's a fictional innkeeper in our campaign who betrayed the party. We were planning his in-game assassination. The young officer was now openly grinning. The lead officer closed his notebook. I think we've heard enough. Am I in trouble? No, sir. But I'd recommend talking to Mrs. Patterson. Maybe invite her to one of your games. After they left, I walked next door. Mrs. Patterson answered with a rosary in one hand and a spray bottle in the other. Stay back, devil worshipper. Mrs. Patterson, I need to explain something. I've seen what you do in that basement. The dark rituals, the blood sacrifices. That was tomato soup. Kevin spilled it on the table during a boss fight. She squinted at me. What about the skull on your shelf? That's a Halloween decoration. I forgot to put it away. And the book with the demon on the cover? That's the monster manual. It's a reference guide for the game. I spent 45 minutes explaining Dungeons and Dragons to an 83-year-old woman who thought I was summoning Beelzebub every weekend. By the end, she was more confused than scared. So you just sit around pretending to be wizards? Pretty much. And nobody actually gets hurt? Only emotionally. When your character dies, it stings. She lowered the spray bottle. My late husband used to play card games with his friends every week. Poker night, he called it. I never understood that either. I smiled. It's kind of like that, but with more dragons. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said something that shocked me. Could I watch sometime? I won't spray anyone, I promise. The next Friday, Mrs. Patterson sat in the corner of my basement with a cup of tea, watching 7 grown adults argue about whether to trust a talking sword. She didn't understand any of it, but she laughed when Kevin did his goblin voice. She gasped when Tina's character almost died. She cheered when we finally defeated the Lich King. After the session, she pulled me aside. I'm sorry I called the police on you 17 times. It's okay. You were looking out for the neighborhood. I was lonely, she admitted, and scared. When you live alone, everything starts looking like a threat. Now Mrs. Patterson joins us every Friday. She doesn't play, says she's too old to learn new tricks. She just watches and keeps score of our snack consumption on a little notepad. She made brownies last week, shaped like dragons. They were delicious. Kevin calls her our team mascot. She calls Kevin her favorite wizard, even though his character is actually a warlock. We don't correct her. The cops still drive by sometimes on Friday nights. I wave at them through the window. They wave back and keep driving. Some neighbors call the HOA, some call the cops, and some eventually just call you family.